They went in earlier on in this bracket, and at the same time, this makes sense of a lineup for naitosharp. This is something that's like, okay, I'm taking this seriously. These are the good characters I want to bring to the table to cause problems for my opponent.
And Sheik in Squad Strike, this is one of the better modes because you don't necessarily have to worry about getting the kill.
Yeah,
you can just bring in Sheik to do the damage, die, and then kill with someone else. It's not ideal to have your character die, but you can still try and get the kill with Sheik, and if you don't, oh well, she guaranteed did damage. There's no way Sheik just got outplayed in neutral for an entire game.
Absolutely, but the thing to keep in mind is that naitosharp's lineup is a lot more combo intensive and setup based for getting stocks. You see Joker, you see Sheik, and you see Diddy Kong. And there's a setup right there to take that Rob down, barely being touched 30 seconds in.
And now we get to see Sheik DK, and this is one where confidently you can say, okay, Sheik's got an advantage here. Here we go, off stage. Now we've got problems.
The Donkey Kong's going to be absolutely miserable because they don't have any time to play the game. You're getting taken from coast to coast right now. No
what
buttons.
Is this? DK getting to do absolutely nothing. I mean, at some point, there might be a grab from DK and then Sheik's percentage will triple at that point. But Naito refusing to let that happen.
The frame data is just too much. Sheik is so fast and nimble. I mean, DK's used to quick and nimble, but on one of his allies and not his opponent.
Yeah, we got the beat rush tag from naitosharp and just representing that in the Sheik playstyle, rushing you down and not stopping. I don't know what beat rush actually is. It just sounds appropriate.
Sounds like a Mega Man thing, honestly, but it could be wrong. That's a lot of shield damage, though. That's a dash attack. It's hard to kill the DK. We said it earlier. You said it earlier just a second ago. And
uh-oh. Big miss, though. Like, we had the air dodge. The back air was free. It didn't kill because it's Sheik. That didn't kill because it's DK.
Yep.
But unfortunately, not managing to get the stock on DK, and instead you're going to have to raw bouncing fish to get back to the offstage scenario.
It's just a quick little left. Yeah, swatting you. Get off my stage. My stage now. Not getting the grab, unfortunately. That's going to do it off the top. The Sheik's putting in a lot of work.
2 KOs from Sheik. Completely the opposite of what I was saying for Sheik's purpose, the damage dealer. Sheik is the stock taker right now, and see, I just can't deal with this.
The MVP here defying our expectations in the stand, and maybe in the crowd as well. You never quite know. But I know C's definitely struggling a bit with the expectations because he's absolutely having a hard time dealing with it.
Yeah, zero doubt about it that naitosharp is the more well-known and reputable player. Like C, I'm sure a bit more of a local hero and will get that first back throw kill. But, you know, I'm plenty familiar with naitosharp. C, not so much, but I'm impressed and I'm enjoying it. I want to see the DK in a main bracket.
Absolutely. And the problem is now you have Joker and Diddy to back up naitosharp's first game here. And C's Palutena's been doing some good work, but if you keep taking trades like this, you're going to drop eventually because you got that Diddy backing you up right now. And Big Brother has come out to play for Joker.
Yeah, Big Man has made an appearance, and that is an up air. You are gone. naitosharp, D just absolutely running the train on C. Decisive game 1.
That Sheik was very intelligent and very purposeful. And I just credit where credit's due. Great jobs at getting those stocks done. Going back to the name tags real quick to see have correct controls, we'll find out. What are you changing?
You know what? Give us the insight, C. You know, you played in the previous game. And
yeah, you
the
didn't
previous set which you won. You didn't notice any controls problems there. Like, what's happening? Tell us.
Z special is the change for C, so maybe that's the whole reason they lost all their characters. You never quite know.
It could mean a character change that really necessitates.
That's actually true.
The controls. We are indeed getting Kirby, according to this. Is this the I've given up roster? Kirby, Steve, Palu?
What are you going, C?
You just pick random.
Yeah.
You've basically just done that.
Okay, so swapping the Rob for the Steve, interesting. I did squads earlier with Nick District, and he made a great point about Steve being interesting in squads where, yeah, you need him first. He's a momentum-based character, where if you can get that resources early and cause some problems for your opponent, you can actually start compounding that as you get more stocks and get more percent. Because once Diamond's on deck, you cause some problems, but you can only have 1 stock, so you don't want to be in the anchor position and be behind.
Yeah, it's kind of going to fill the role that Sheik did in the previous games. As long as you can get past Naito's probably main Joker, that's going to be difficult, but yeah, Steve will just dictate the pace for as long as he's on stage. He's either beating you or you're getting your stray hits and you might be able to scrape out the win. But at the moment,
walking the dog.
It is the walking the dog. We've got the wood combos.
What's the Steve doing? What's the Steve doing indeed? And the problem is that Naito is playing aggressive enough that C doesn't really have a chance to get a lot of resources done. There's finally the first wall of the game and got some gold on deck, but you need to get that kind of out the gate so you can start strong.
Ooh, nearly losing the stock though. I don't think the DI was prepared for an up air. I think was getting ready for a back air. Good recovery, but again, the role of the Steve here is to take the first stock and keep it going. If you don't take that first stock with Steve, then you've kind of missed the point of him. Don't hit the counter.
All the way to the blast zone, all the way to the side. Now the DK is here to try to clean up the Joker. Not the traditional stock character you want to kind of pull out to stop a Joker, but I mean, C can cause some problems with this. I've seen it before.
Yeah, we're going to get a ratio of kind of 1 Arsene per C character. We got it once for Steve. Will we see it again for DK, or will Naito lose this character soon? At the moment, we have combos.
Starting so strong, in fact. Getting some good percentage on this DK. Extra credit's always nice. That should be the quick walk-off due to the percentage.
I'm afraid not, though. Oh, well.
Forcing the air dodge, though. A forced error. C pushing it so that naitosharp has to lose their stock there. Great stuff.
Yeah, the grappling hook just could not be quite long enough. You needed the wings of rebellion. Oh,
please,
Sheik, though.
Please, this is a 2-player game.
Oh, no, you're gone.
He's laughing. He knows what he did. He's trying to get too comfortable with it. That's what you deserve for getting cheeky with it, my guy.
Now Sheik is being the damage dealer that didn't get a kill.
Yeah.
In the most unfortunate fashion. You know, we say SDs quite liberally when commentating tournaments. You know, the game only counts it as a self-destruct if, like, you didn't take any damage from the opponent. As long as you got hit once, it doesn't count as an SD in the game's mind. That was an actual self-destruct to go into the records of this save file.
Absolutely. Now we got a scenario with Diddy on the banana and a DK in that death percentage. Oh, not going for the dare follow-up.
Yeah, the two Kongs scrapping. Generally, Diddy has an easy time with this, but not today. Can you get one more punish? No, you cannot. Good recovery from Naito.
Yeah, going high and even actually avoiding the follow-ups from C. Good stuff. Smart play all around, but you got to cut the bleeding because after that Sheik has disappeared, you have absolutely lost the lead.
Yeah, and I'm really going to be interested to see what the character choices are from C in the next game, because may be able to win this game, but the Steve didn't contribute, really. Like, I thought the Rob was the most impressive member of the team, but instead we kind of lost the Steve, and then Sheik took itself out. So we'll see how it goes. For now, this is still plenty winnable for naitosharp if you can win a couple more neutral interactions in a row.
Yeah, but hey, against Palu, neutral interactions can be hard to come by, especially with a very tightened down defense. But as I say that, slowly but surely finding some percentage on board, and with the banana on play, maybe cause some trips, maybe cause some additional combos and some additional extensions. But right now, that might be death's door for naitosharp off the top with the explosive flame. C evening up that game count 1-1.
Yeah, that was just the right way of going about things. It's 1-1. It doesn't feel like it yet. Maybe if we can get one more game, we might get a proper assessment of how things are going. Are they going for the 5v5? They can't, unfortunately.
How tempting.
I feel like naitosharp would benefit from that more than C. Naito's got so many characters.
Pockets are
C,
deep.
like, I don't know. I simply don't know, but we're getting DK, Palu, and
opting to keep the Steve train going. Did he even set his controls? I don't think he even set his controls.
That's a good question.
Yeah. X
Well, they noticed.
Good on them for noticing before actually starting the game, because that could cause a whole slew of nightmares. And they're pals. They're just talking, laughing a bit. That's what you love to see, the camaraderie. Always a good time.
Yeah, and the controls were definitely changed for the benefit of Steve. Like, we know Buzz, despite famously having some of the most high-level characters in the world, famously doesn't really like Squad Strike and always goes random because Buzz uses different controls for every character, which you cannot do in Squad Strike.
Which, yeah, makes sense if you're trying to play your characters uniquely in a different style and you can't do those multiple controls. It's just not worth it. And you have to like try to play characters under one control scheme. It's going to cause all sorts of problems. So, but hey.
Yo, honestly, give me a side event, Squad Strike, but you have to play default control.
Hey,
it's invite only, 8 players. See how it goes.
Singles, but your opponent makes your controls for you.
That sounds terrible, actually.
You have to have all of the buttons mapped, but you can choose them in anywhere you want. That sounds like a good time.
I'm going to put grab to down on the D-pad.
Hey, we'll take it. If it works, it works.
All right, that wall not helping C whatsoever. That's a good idea for preserving your stocks if you're at high percent, but there it just allowed Naito to extend the combo.
Starting off really strong here, not quite getting the extension with the up B grappling hook, but still. Gotta say, walking the dog a little bit. What the dog doing? Not quite sure, but this is a scenario where the Steve doesn't really have resources. Still doing all right to a degree, but you want to get more. You want to get Diamond on deck. You want to start the snowball effect that the character brings to the table.
Yeah, like, still using the wood at the moment. You really need to get Joker out of the way and at least farm something, even if it's not going to be Diamond or Gold. Like, Yeah, Wood's really good for building damage at the start. It has so little knockback, but now you need to at least be on stone. It will help, because you really want that first stock with Steve, and you will not get it. There is big man Arsene doing his thing once again.
The overextensions there were something to keep in mind, so let's see if the DK has anything to do about it.
Yeah, DK Joker, it's one of those that, you know, if you are a DK player and you find out you've got to fight a Joker, I'd be panicking. It's not brilliant, but right now, at 100%, if you can get the right hit, you may be able to get rid of it. And at that point, you've got Sheik, who you can at least try and survive against.
Absolutely fair. Now we got a fun little scenario here.
Wow.
Is that going to be off the top? Not quite. DK needs a little bit more to get that stock for themselves.
DK has 0 answers to down gun, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Oh, even the double gun to kind of shift DK off. This is the 1-2 pop of the Glock.
Shoot
and off
the
the
gorilla,
top.
but off the top indeed. You have accomplished the mission. Get rid of the Joker. Joker and Steve absolutely doing the same role as each other. You have Diamond, you have Arsene. We have none of those characters now, but whichever one of those characters wins the first stock is going to be so important going forwards.
And we have no more
we
DK.
have C on the final stock.
Yep.
That's Palu against Sheik. So once again, now this is really where you can fill out the Sheik role. Get the damage with Sheik, get the kill with Diddy Kong. Or get the kill with Sheik if you can.
Yeah, that's basically
you
it.
don't have to.
You should play to win here, but worst case scenario, you have someone that has slightly better at cleaning up than Sheik is, which makes it an amazing middle piece of the puzzle here.
Yeah, perfect place to use it, either first or second. Really enjoy it. But right now, they are just basically going even with each other. No one can really do anything that important to each other. The F smash is going to be punishable. Sheik has enough run speed to get past the win box. Not all of those characters would have been able to make it to Palu in time, but Sheik absolutely can.
All right, some very gentle, not trying to over push the button here is naitosharp. Doesn't want to overextend, just wants to keep racking up. I love that reflect. What a good call out, by the way.
Who knew? Who knew that was going to happen?
So that the actual return to sender.
Yeah, I've never
fun.
seen needles go up before, but that is a possible interaction.
We love finding new interactions in the top 8, you know? It's always fun. Always fun to see.
Like, again, Crom on Pac-Man's Hydrant, excuse me. We're learning so much about the game, and that is what SWAT Strike is for. We will learn that Sheik will absolutely die to a Palutena back throw at this point, but now, it's living up to expectations. We can finish the job with Diddy Kong, or we may have a big comeback from C.
The percents now where you can get a banana into up smash, maybe even forward smash. Oh, this is going to be a deadly extension, though. Got to be careful. Gotta land.
Diddy Kongs don't like Palutena that much because they can easily pick up the banana with a dash attack or an aerial and use it against them.
Oh, right in the front. Not quite yet, though.
Oh, but the banana almost was. I had
so
to
close.
think about it.
Imagine dying because a banana peel got thrown at you. Just a quick up slap, though, is actually going to be it, Naito.
Somebody's got to have done it in real life, right? The IRL banana snipe.
Can you imagine? This is like, this ain't Mario Kart, all right? This is a lot more heated than that, that's for sure. Or actually, depends on who you play with.
All the Mario Kart items get nerfed in Smash. Banana peels, actually banana peels are kind of better in Smash, but then the blue shell's so much worse.
Yeah.
And then the red shell just got deleted. That was an item in
Shout
Smash
out to Red
at one
Shell.
point.
Shout out to Red Cell in 64
Why is it
Melee.
not in this game? Why did they remove Red Shell? It doesn't make sense.
Was it even in Smash 4? Because it was definitely 64
No, it's
Melee.
not even in Brawl, despite having a model, because you can fight against red Koopa Troopers in the Subspace Emissary and throw their red shells like they're a green shell.
Interesting.
They're in the game, but they're functionally the same as green shells.
Maybe they just didn't feel like programming it in. You never know. Maybe the intern got sick that week.
They lost too many Mario Kart races to red shells and like, you know what?
That's
this isn't
it.
fair and balanced.
It's like
this isn't for good boys and girls.
The people that Sakurai plays in his office that he adjusts the game's changes to.
Yo,
like who's the Ganon that's beating him up at the lunchroom every day because they're never going to buff him.
Sakurai definitely goes schnasty on Mario Kart Wii. That guy's got a funky Bowser Rider setup.
It's true. That man destroys people in King of Fighters. Like,
yeah.
He's built different, that's for sure.
I love his new YouTube channel. The man is just a gamer.
That's
but
true.
Right now, naitosharp's Joker is getting soundly beaten by the brand new Pokemon trainer. Again, it's the Rob getting subbed out. I really just misjudged how much Seed believes in the Rob, I guess. That's the constant replacement. Oh, no.
That's going to be gone, though. That's an amazing catch. Amazing stock for naitosharp. Now the DK is here once again trying to fight the Joker menace. And I don't think it's going to be very easy for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've seen this happen in pretty much every game at this point. DK has reliably been in the second slot, and Joker has reliably been in the first. Woo. That could have been a kill already, but instead, you're the one saying, back to sender. Goodbye.
I mean, the thing about Joker Arsene is that the recovery's worse than regular Joker because the tether.
It's true.
Tether's really good, but you can exploit the Arsene wings. You got to keep that in mind. Okay, relax.
We did also have a situation earlier in this set though where grappling hook was just barely not enough to reach the ledge, which Wings of Rebellion would be. So we've seen the strengths and the weaknesses of each in this set.
Absolutely.
Good to see.
A little bit of just right now, Naito trying to find a good, quick, clean stock against this DK menace. All right, let her rip on that one. My goodness.
So I want rid of Sheik. This is just a bad DK matchup. Actually getting sent back to stage. Now we get hand slaps. Not the strongest thing in the world, but it'll unlock Congo Jungle for you in melee, and you will get Sheik out of the game with the headbutt up smash.
You love to see the DK smash decks coming out in full force. You know C's loves pressing those buttons. Get a little bit of percentage on board here. This is pretty good, actually, and giant punches on deck as well.
Yeah, this is the second time we've seen the two Kongs fight each other. It definitely went in Diddy's favor last time, but now Donkey Kong is going insane!
Absolutely just point-blank giant punch to the skull of Diddy Kong. That is absolutely brutal, and that's evening up. We're going to Game 5 here, Tail.
Once again reaffirming why the DK is here. C is in top 8 and now in top 6, and a lot of it is thanks to that Mr. Kong. It will be staying around. Rob is back.
Indeed. We mentioned about the fact that the Rob kept coming in and out, but it looks like we're actually going to go back to them. Nope, we're actually going back to the PT.
And we've also got Zero Suit Samus on the naitosharp roster now, replacing Diddy Kong, which did kind of get detonated in the previous game, in all fairness.
Someone that's way more tricky to deal with. Actually, starting off first here is the ZSS with Joker as the anchor. A good switch-up that could actually play in Naito's favor.
Yeah, it's like, we love to see the Joker get Arsene, take a stock, and then keep Arsene for the next stock. But also, Naito believes in the Joker, and sometimes in a Game 5 situation, you want to be playing your main to win a set. Sometimes you can't just rely on your Diddy Kong or your Sheik or whoever the heck you've got in the pocket to close things out. C has pretty much been playing their best characters at all point of the game. They feel so evenly matched now.
You got to play with that level of comfort. I mean, that's why we're seeing a DK in top 8. It's that level of comfort to the table. DK can cause some problems too, and if you like playing them, it can show more in the gameplay.
It's a nice little break from execution-heavy characters as well. Palutena isn't really that execution-heavy either, but sometimes if you put all your heart and soul into one stock, you need a break to just have some fun with DK. You might even win with it. Who knows?
I mean, hey, if you can get that win, that's all better for you. And now we're having a scenario where, are we going to see the flip kick? Is that going to kill? Not quite. We are living over here, but how do you get back to stage?
You don't.
Unfortunate.
That was a savable situation, but maybe just C, not necessarily maining Pokemon Trainer, doesn't know to get the immediate switch after the Ivysaur failure. Ivysaur's Vine Whip can be so cruel sometimes. It fails for the stupidest reason sometimes. But wow.
Hello, hello. Guess who it is? It's DK. Die.
Knock, knock. It's Donkey Kong. And now we once again have Sheik versus DK, the constant of this set, and they have traded all the way through this. They're pretty much 2-2 in Sheik versus DK at this point.
Pretty much. I mean, still, starting off with that heavy tax, yeah, you're going to have to deal with that a lot. What a weird clank scenario with the headbutt into the bouncing fish. My goodness.
And the turnaround burst grenade absolutely was unwanted. That was just a continuation of what the original input was. Doesn't get punished too hard for it now, but again, the headbutt out of disadvantage is showing itself to be a genuine option here. DK on platforms, you gotta be afraid.
Not quite finding it with the bouncing fish, though. Gotta keep that in mind. Just let her rip on that one. Yeah, you tried to bet it on black, but it came up a red, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not like you can save the giant punch for the next stock. You should use it at some point. Oh no, you cannot punish that, though.
Avoiding the grenade, still getting needled. Yeah, it's going to be the bouncing fish. That's going to be the stock. It was just a war of attrition from naitosharp to get that done.
And things are looking perhaps the best they have for naitosharp in a long while. We've got Sheik at healthy percents, and the Joker is fresh and will be there to deal with a Palutena that will almost certainly have more damage on the board by the time it comes out.
Absolutely. Now the name of the game is getting that extra credit for naitosharp, and C trying to even up the stock count here. I like the run off there idea.
A little bit of a risk at this point. Palutena, you don't really need to press the issue too much. See going back off stage though.
Yeah, the pressure is on now as C's throwing out all these dangerous scenarios that naitosharp is barely avoiding. A lot of traps and tricks, making it difficult to actually get themselves on the board. But still, Sharp is finding those interactions, getting bit by hit percentage off the top, though, of the Explosive Flame. Last stock, game 5, Tails.
Yeah,
How
that
you
is
feeling?
what C needed. Defeating the Sheik, which was at a healthy percent without taking too much yourself. Took plenty of hits, but Sheik just doesn't really have the damage output. So Palutena at an okay-ish 59% before the introduction of the big bad Arsene.
Oh, I like the good tech there. Barely managed to avoid the full hit of that up air. Still getting kind of peppered by that auto reticle, causing some problems here, that's for sure. Very close game between these two.
All right, the gauge is just one good hit away now. Arsene making his appearance. Can you secure that stock while he's here, or are you going to be forced to win without it? See, I would be taking a back seat right now, but it just does not want to. Bringing the fight to Arsene, that could have been a kill!
Oh, they're getting the roll-in read. That is insane!
And that's going to do it. Once again, we've had a set where after game 1, it seemed like it was just going to go the predictable way, but ever since that point, we've had turnarounds all the way through Squad Strike top 8. Let it rain. That is a huge statement win for C. Yeah, it's Squad Strike, but naitosharp is a character specialist, plays so many. That basically feels like a full-on legitimate win on naitosharp. Like, it's got less Joker than usual, but that takes work.
Yeah. Credit where credit is due. Amazing job by C. Continuing on their run. Minimum 4th. You'll love to see it.